See the Brahmajyoti, therefore that is called Samadhi. Therefore Pantas Takoti. After millions of lifetimes of sitting in Samadhi, running at the speed of the mind, then Govinda Avachitya Tattva. After millions of lifetimes, the yogis see the toenails of Krishna, and even then they are considered fortunate. Yadyapi samadhishu vidyapi pasyati na tavanaka gamaricham idamichamni nisomnya tavachyuta tadapi kripad muktivicham. Even Brahma in his meditation cannot see the toenails of Krishna. Therefore the gopis, their samadhi is called sahajik samadhi. Means their samadhi is natural and easy. Therefore no need for sitting down with straight back, breathing through the nose, performing different yam niyam. The gopis easily see Krishna. Therefore, in groups, they're discussing the effect of Krishna's flute. Therefore, even in the spiritual world, there's Swajatiya Ashrasmika. The gopis are collecting in like-minded groups and discussing the effect of Krishna's flute. Sa Machita Madkata Prana Bodayantis Parasparam Katamritis Chamam Nityam Tusyanti Charumanti Cha. In Gita, Krishna says, my devotees, Machita Madkata Prana. They have given their life for me. Therefore, they are always discussing about me. Katamritis Chamam Nityam. They always taste the nectar of Krishna. Kata Tusyanti Charumanti Cha. Therefore, they please themselves and they please me. Therefore, when the gopis discuss about the glories of Krishna's flute, yesterday we heard that Brahmaji says, Vande Nanda Bhajastrayam Padarerum Aviksanam Yasam Harikator Gitam Punati Bhavati Trayam. When the gopis discuss the glories of Krishna's flute, then that kata purifies the three worlds. So the gopis are in the house lamenting, but by the mercy of Krishna, they are discussing the effect of Krishna's flute, and they are seeing Krishna's form at Govardhan, even though they are many, many miles away. So that type of Harikatha, that is called pure Harikatha. But we are speaking theory. But the pure Vaishnava, they are directly perceiving the pastimes of Krishna, and what they are seeing, they are describing. Even though the gopis are in their houses and Krishna is at Govardhan, really the gopis are with Krishna at Govardhan. Even though Krishna is at Govardhan, where is Krishna's mind? Krishna's mind is with the gopis in Vrindavan, wherever they're staying. So Krishna says to Durvasa, oh Durvasa, I do not know anything else except the gopis. What is that verse? Krishna said, I always think of my devotees, and the devotees always think of me. Sadhunam hridayam mayam. Sadhanam hridayam mayam manayatena manajapi naham tenya jana. Krishna said, I always think of my devotees, and the devotees think of me. Except for my devotees Durvasa, I do not know anything. Therefore the gopis, by their vision, are describing the beauty of Krishna's form. Badhabitam natapadabahu kaneyo kanika viprabhasad kanaka kapisam bhajayantim chamalam. Famous verse. This verse Mukunda sang in the ears of the father of Radhika, the Rishabhanu Maharaj, when he appeared in Krishna's Leela as what's his name? Pundarik Vidiniti. Therefore, very powerful verse. Guru Maharaj says there's 3-4 verses in the Bhagavatam describing the beauty of Krishna's form, but this one is the best one because it comes from the gopis. Therefore, when Gadadhar Pandit was looking, who is a real Vaishnava? Then Mahaprabhu said there's only one real Vaishnava, that is Pundarik Vidiniti. Then Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit went with Mukunda to see, but it saw that Pundarik Vidiniti was like a first-class materialist. Oiled hair, rings and jewels, silk cloth, lying on a big white foam sofa. Some girls were there fanning her. One tobacco hookah was there. Then Gadadhar Pandit, who never knew in his whole life what is the word Visaya, material enjoyment, when he saw Pundarik Vidiniti, he had a doubt. Can this be a Vaishnava? He looks like a materialistic person. Seeing the doubt in the face of Gadara Pandit, then Mukunda, who is the incarnation of Brinda, he sang this verse, then Pundarik Vidinidhi went unconscious for 8 hours, tearing his hair and cloth. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? But we are hearing the same verse and nothing. Therefore, Yadasmasaram Hridayam Abhatadam. Therefore, even though Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes can produce prem very easily, because of many, many offenses, then our heart is like a stone. So even though these verses of Bhagavatam can give prem just upon hearing, these verses do not manifest their full beauty to us because displeased with our offenses. Just like a master, when a servant is disrespectful, the master neglects him. Therefore that servant appears dirty, unkempt, morose. Even though the master has full power to maintain him, because the master is not pleased, he is neglected. Therefore we also offenders at the feet of Bhagavatam. Therefore these verses are not manifested. But if our heart was very pure, then immediately all these things would come to us. Therefore Bhadha become Natabhara Vapu, Kaniyo Kanikana. Therefore this is Praman, that the Supreme Absolute Truth has a form. Therefore the Gopis said he has a Vapu. Vapu means a body. But how is he appearing? Bhadhabitam, with peacock feather on his head. Natabhara Vapu. He is appearing like the best of dancers, the best of heroes. Kanayo Kanikadam. Therefore, Krishna has 2 ears. He wears the Kanika flowers sometimes on this ear, sometimes on that ear. Thus he is manifesting the intoxication of youthful pride. Around his neck he wears a Vajanti mala, stretching down to his ankles, made of 5 different types of forest flowers. Randram Venu Ada Suda Purayan Gopa Vrinda. And as he enters the forest of Vrindavan, then the nectar from his lips that is going in the flute, attracting all moving and non-moving entities. That time like a necklace of gold with a blue sapphire on the end. Krishna is entering the forest of Vrindavan surrounded by his cowherd boys. Therefore in Pranaya Gita the Gopis say, you are Purusa Bhusam, means the crest jewel of men? No. You should go there and be decorated with friends like Sridham, Subal, Madhamango. You should go there and be decorated by them. Therefore as he enters Vrindavanam Swa Padaramanam Padavesit Ad Gita Gita. As he enters the forest of Vrindavan, and the cowherd boys on all sides are chanting Krishna Kanaya, Dalji Kamaya. They are glorifying Krishna and Balaram as they enter Vrindavan. Therefore, Aksan Vantam Phalamidam Na Padam Vidama. O Saki, those eyes which have not seen the beauty of Krishna and Balaram as they enter the forest, then those eyes are useless like the eyes on a peacock feather. So, really the fruit of having eyes is to see Krishna. Therefore, any species of life, the pupil is always black. Even frog, snake, fish, elephant, ant, insect, moth. What to speak of the demigods or the human beings? The pupil of all eyes is black. That means the real fruit of having eyes is to see Krishna, to have darshan of Krishna. Therefore those eyes which have not seen him, those eyes are like eyes of a peacock feather, because look very nice but look completely blind. Those ears which have not heard his Harikatha, Rishi, those ears are like ears of a conch shell. That head which is not that bowed down before Krishna, the deity, or the Vaishnavas, that head is simply a heavy burden. Those hands which have not engaged in service of Guru Vaishnava, those hands are useless. That tongue which has not chanted his glories is like the tongue of a frog. Srila Gopal used to say, the frog is very busy, but he's calling the snake of death. Therefore the gopis sitting in their houses, they are seeing the form of Krishna as Natabhara Naga, and very excitedly, Mad Asraya Katam Rastita Srinvanti Tapayanti. Sukadeva Goswami says, the devotees who have taken my shelter, Mad Asriya Katanmasta, and completely engaged in hearing Kata, Shravanti Kitayanti Cha, then Tapanti Nananavid Tapas, then the miseries of material existence never touch such a devotee. They were the gopis completely dedicating their heart to Krishna. I described, just see the beauty, the beautiful faces of the two sons of Nanda. Guruji explained last night, Brajesh Sutayo. In a direct way, Brajesh Sutayo means the two sons of Brajesh. The two children of Brajesh. One Brajesh, of course, is Nanda Baba. His two sons are Krishna and Balaram. Like a black elephant and a white elephant, intoxicated by youth, they are entering the forest of Vrindavan. Also, Bhaktram Brajesh Taneo means the two sons of Brajesh. One Brajesh is Nanda Baba, and the other Brajesh is Vrishabhanu Maharaj. They're the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj is Srimati Radhika. Therefore, those eyes which have not seen the beauty of Radha and Krishna, Krishna who appears like a dark rain cloud, and that yellow across his chest, that is not just his pitambara, that is that divine-like hand of Srimati Radhika around his neck. O Saki, who has not seen the beauty of those two, Radha and Krishna, those eyes are useless. Therefore, the gopis are lamenting, our eyes are also useless because we are not seeing directly the beauty of Krishna as he enters the forest of Vrindavan. That time, with what enthusiasm the residents of the forest are welcoming Krishna and Balaram to the forest. All the trees, isn't it? They are with all their leaves like millions of eyes, they are watching Krishna and Balaram as they enter the forest. And with their leaves, as the wind blows the branches, they are offering like aarti. Even the trees are so happy seeing Krishna and Balaram entering the forest. Their tears are coming in the form of astasati barbs, in the form of honey. All the deers and birds which have all night been experiencing separation from Krishna, that night for them is like millions of yugas. They're very happy when they see Krishna and Balaram. Therefore, for those who have eyes, we think there is no greater object of vision. Therefore, there was one Baba. He was doing bhajan in Sanatana Goswami's bhajan kutir. But by weeping, he had become blind. But still, he had not had darshan of Radha Krishna. Therefore, for 20 years, he was crying in the forest. And Radha Krishna came there. And they saw Baba weeping, and disguised as ordinary cowherd boy and girl, they asked, Baba, why are you crying? Have you learned? And Baba is saying, don't disturb me, you cannot understand. And Radharani is asking, oh, has your wife gone? Is that why you're crying? And Baba is laughing, no, I'm not crying, I have no wife. But those who belong to me, I have not seen them, means Radha and Krishna. Alas, Krishna is very cruel, that I can understand. But Radhika has become also very cruel in his association. Therefore, I want to have their darshan. And they are weeping. And Radharani, she could not check herself. Oh, Baba, I am not cruel. And they touched one hand, and Krishna touched the other hand. And he had his darshan of Radha Krishna. Then he asked him, please, I want that I may be blind again, so that I may not see anything else except you will be the last thing that I have seen. So, for the eyes, there is no greater object of vision. We are most unfortunate. We are seeing everything else except Radha Krishna. How are the forms of Krishna and Balaram? They are not like the forms of Narayan. When Narayan appeared in the prison of Devaki, how he was decorated with golden helmet, Sankha Chakra, Gada Padma, many different types of armlets, ankle bells, this, that. Covered with full opulence, he appeared from the womb of Devaki. But Krishna's form is not like that. His form is complete embodiment of sweetness. Never, even though Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he prefers to decorate himself even with the ordinary sticks, twigs, leaves, fruits and flowers of Vrindavan. Chuta Parava Para Stavat Utpalamja Madan Prika Paridana Vichitra Vesha. Or just see Krishna's dress is also Vichitra Vesha, most astonishing dress. Wearing his yellow dhoti, tied up like a good cowherd boy should. Just like when the brahmacharis perform menial services like washing pots, they tie up their dhoti. Therefore Krishna ties his dhoti up like a wrestler on a stage. Just like the Madhumaj was saying last night, even an ugly boy at the time of his wedding, and the Prophet said even a girl, she's as ugly as a dog. On the day of her wedding, even she will look attractive. And even a person on the day of their wedding, even if he's black, but he will look very astonishing. They were like an actor on a stage, you cannot recognize him. Therefore Krishna disguised like a Natavarunaga, the best of heroes. That time he is covered with such sweetness, you cannot recognize that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he is looking just like an ordinary boy. Paridana Vichitra Vesha. His dress is most astonishing sight. Therefore he is decorated with mango sprouts, clusters of flower buds. Just like Cupid, he also has arrows made of 5 different types of flowers. That Krishna, like the transcendental Cupid, the Brajendra, the Indra of Vrindavan, he is entering appearing very attractive. Therefore Krishna and Balaram, surrounded by the cowherd boys, shine magnificently in the assembly of their friends. Looking just like the best of dancers, they're appearing on the stage. Lord Shiva had some pride. I'm the best of dancers. At the end of creation, he dances and destroys the world. But Krishna is dancing on the head of Kaliya. That destroyed even Lord Shiva. If anyone is Natavaranagara, Tandav Gatimandan Paranach. If anyone is Natavaranagara, that is Krishna. Therefore, as he moves like an intoxicated young elephant, with his long hair going side to side. Sometimes he puts his hair on this shoulder. Sometimes he puts his hair on that shoulder. He is decorated with the minerals of Govardhan. Just like you know, if you rub different shivers of Govardhan, some is black, some is yellow, some is red. Therefore Krishna decorated with the minerals of Govardhan. He looks most beautiful at that time. All Saki, everyone is enjoying the beauty of Krishna. Except us. Therefore gopis are in their house lamenting. Gopya kimara charadayam kusulum samenu. Damodara api. Damodara adara sudam api gopikanam. Bhuntam swayam yad avasistam rasam ridimyo rasatvacha asamuchit taraho yataraha. Therefore gopis becoming angry, they began to criticize Krishna's flute. Gopya kimachara ayam kusulum smavena. Read the end of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the ecstasy of the gopis would describe these verses of Venu Gita. Therefore, one gopi said, Gopya kimachara ayam kusulum smavenu. What good activities that Venu has performed. What mantras he chanted in his previous life. What mantras he chanted. What type of meditation did he do. What holy places he visited. And what holy rivers did he take bath. The gopi is thinking, we want to know, so this life we can perform those same austerities. And next life we can take birth as flute. And for one gopi is saying, Gopya Kimachara. What good activities that flute did to be always on the hand of Krishna. And Guru Maharaj says, the gopis are thinking we are sometimes with Krishna, sometimes separate from Krishna. With that flute he has so much security. He is always with Krishna, either in his hand or in this hand. Even when Krishna has to do some activity which uses his hands, then Krishna tucks the flute under his arm or in his belt. Even when he sleeps with the flute upon his chest. Therefore the gopis said, we are sometimes with Krishna, but mostly we are separate from him. But this Venu has so much security. He is always with him. Therefore, Kimachara, what he did in his last life. Then another gopi said, are you crazy? If anyone is a sinful person, it's that flute. Because by performing sinful activities, you take birth as a tree. Like Nal, Kuvera, and Manigriva. They committed a great offense to Narad Muni, therefore Narad cursed them to become trees. If there were any species of life, which is the worst one? Tree species is the lowest form of life. Therefore Madhu said, Tranarupi Sunichena Turori Vasudishina. Because if any species of life has a lack of security, it's a tree. A tree cannot ask for water if he's thirsty. Nor when it's very cold can he do anything. He has to tolerate all type of suffering and misery. Therefore Gopi said, are you crazy? If anyone has a lack of security, it must be that flute. Because he's taken birth in a very, very low family, as tree family. Not only that, he is full of holes. He has no rust inside him. He is dry, lifeless. He is full of knots. He has nothing inside him whatsoever, no good qualities. Then the gopis began criticizing that flute. Damodara Ada Sudaya Api Gopikana. That flute is such a rascal. He is such a low-class person. He is drinking the nectar which is meant only for us gopis. Guru Maharaj said, the gopis, just like if I'm very hungry, just like Madhu, and if I give a big tiffin of prasad to Madhu, and I say, take that to Madhu Maharaj, then that thing in the tiffin is not meant for him at all. But he is taking that tiffin only as a messenger, then he's thinking, I'm very hungry. Then halfway he goes in the forest, opens the tiffin, and eats everything. Then gopis are saying, that flute is just like that. The nectar of Krishna's lips belongs only to us. That flute is completely unqualified. Because he is a male. How can a male be with a male? Because these days it's not so rare. But how a male can possibly be drinking the lips of Krishna? This is illegal. Also, Krishna and the flute are not married. Therefore, that flute has no right whatsoever. He comes from a very low birth. He is full of faults. He is full of holes. He is very hard. He has nothing, no heart, no rust inside him. And the gopis are busily criticizing the flute. And one gopi said, anyway, whatever he may be, he is there and we are here. Therefore, gopya kimachara kusulam sarvena. Therefore, we don't know what pious activities that flute did to always be on the lips of Krishna. Krishna has so much attachment to that flute. When he's playing with his hands, he is massaging the feet of the flute. And he's kissing that flute, and with his eyes like a fan, he is fanning the flute. Therefore, we don't know what good fortune that flute had. Therefore, even though we took birth as gopis, also that flute comes from a low caste. In India, marriage or relationship must be according to caste. Therefore, in every single way, that flute is disqualified. We are gopis, the same caste as Krishna, but we are not getting anything. That flute is drinking everything and not even leaving, Guru Maharaj said last night, not even giving us one drop. Just like in India when you do like that. That flute is drinking everything right in front of us and doing this. Guru Maharaj said, Krishna Chakravarti says, the flute is blowing air. Blowing air at us. Right in front of us, the flute is drinking all that nectar and no shame, and he is giving his remnants to us. There is nothing left. Therefore, the gopis are busy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gambhira would taste all these rules. If you read Chaitanya Charitamrita last Antilila, all the explanation of these verses of Srimad Bhagavatam are given there by Mahaprabhu. Therefore, independently, that flute, despite being completely unqualified, he is drinking everything. And that flute is so happy, he is shouting. And that shouting of the flute, that is Venu Gita. The gopis are thinking how we can tolerate such a thing. Therefore, only gopis are envious. The other residents of Vrindavan are not envious. Why? The ponds, which are like the mother of the flute. Because the flute he drinks, the flute bamboo always grows on the edge of the ponds in Bengal. Therefore, the ponds are like the mother. Because like a mother feeds her breast milk to the child, in the same way the ponds are feeding their milk, their water to the bamboo, therefore he became big. Therefore the mothers are very happy. Oh, my motherhood is successful because I produced a servant of Krishna. Bhagavatam says, a pig also produces many children. In the same way, a woman who cannot produce a Vaishnava son, then she is like a hog. Therefore, one may have that woman who can give birth to Vaishnava. That woman's womb is blessed and successful. Therefore, the mother is very happy. My son is serving Krishna. Therefore, she was not envious. She was very happy. Therefore, when Vaishnava sees the success of another Vaishnava, Vaishnava becomes happy. Narada Muni said to Dhruva, when we see someone more qualified than us, we should become happy. But our fault is when we see someone more qualified. He's speaking nicely, but one fault we catch that. God, bogus guy. Therefore, in Vrindavan there is no envy. Therefore, the lakes are very happy. My son, my disciples engaged in the service of Krishna, therefore very happy. And the other trees, they are also very proud. Oh, someone in our dynasty, the tree dynasty, they are in the hands of Krishna. Therefore those trees, the river, she is shaking in jubilation. And the trees are very happy. They are shedding tears of pleasure seeing someone else engage in the service of Krishna. So, the gopis are saying, everyone is enjoying the nectar of Krishna in the forest. Even the dumb trees and rivers, the flutes, all are enjoying that festival of beauty, except us, and of course us in this world and also ourselves. Vrindavanam sakibhavo bhuve vinoti kirtan yed devaki sutta padambuja labda lakshmi Govinda Venu Anumata Mayora Nityam Prekshati San Avatarana Samasta Sattvam. All Saki Samasta Sattvam. All living entities are enjoying the festival of darshan of Krishna. Therefore, since Krishna appeared in this Vrindavan became full of all types of beauty. Vrindavanam Sakibhavo Vyatunotik. Therefore, such a beauty has manifested in Vrindavan that even Padambuja Labda Lakshmi, even Lakshmi has abandoned Vaikuntha. And she has also come here to Vrindavan. Therefore, God, what is it called? Brahma Samhita describes Sahasra Lakshmi. Millions of Lakshmis also are sweeping the kunjas of Vrindavan. Because the beauty of Krishna that he manifests in Brajamandal, you will not find that even in Vaikuntha. Therefore, Pato Lakshmi Pati Vyoma Iti Nayam. Therefore, Raghunath Goswami says, give up even the beauty of Vaikuntha Nath Sri Narayana. Therefore, seeing the four super excellences of Krishna, is Venu Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, Lila Madhuri, and Prem Madhuri, that you cannot even find in Vaikuntha. Lakshmi gave up the side of Narayan, and she has also come here to Brajamandal. Hey, has Giri started making the yagya yet? Why Giri is not making the yagya? That's in 3 minutes. Hey. They were seeing the beauty of Krishna. Lakshmi, she left the side of Narayan. She has also come to Vrindavan. Therefore, Vrindavan is such a place, who will leave it? Therefore, Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur says, that person who tries to talk me out of Vrindavan, I cut out his tongue. That person who catches my hand and tries to take me out of Vrindavan, that person is my enemy. I kill him with a knife. Even though I have to perform millions of sinful activities to stay in Brajamandal, I'll do it without a second thought. Therefore, who is that place who will leave? Who is that person who will leave Vrindavan? Rishi, a living dead body. Even if someone offers me millions of Chintamani stones just to take one step outside the Dham, I won't do it. Therefore, Vrindavan has such a sweetness, such an opulence. Even Lakshmi, she never thinks of leaving. She was given up by Vaikuntha and come to Brajamandal. Therefore, Yat Devaki Sutta Padam Bhuja Labda Lakshmi. Even Lakshmi has come here for the feet of Devaki Sutta. Devaki Sutta means Yasoda has two names. One is Devaki, one is Yasoda. Therefore, Devaki Sutta means none else but Nanda Nanda Yasoda Nanda. Govinda Venu Anumatya Mayura Nityam. Therefore, seeing the beauty of Krishna's form, then the peacocks began dancing. How nicely Guru Maharaj described this in Nectar of Govinda Lila. Peacocks, their habit is when they see rain clouds, they become happy and begin calling, "Hey, cow." So Krishna's body looks like a rain cloud, full of nectar. Just like in the monsoon season, those clouds are full of ras. And also, that is at the end of summer season. Therefore, Krishna, when he appears, his body is like the color of a monsoon cloud, means just about to pour that nectar. Therefore, when the peacock feathers, when they see Krishna's dark hue, like a rain cloud, when they hear the deep notes on his murali, like thunder, when they see the pitamba around his chest, like a streak of lightning, when they see the smile of his teeth like a row of swans across the sky, then peacocks become very excited and begin dancing. Therefore, Krishna is playing his flute, and the peacocks are dancing to give happiness to Krishna. Guru Maharaj says the peacocks are also brahmacharis. They have their necks the same color as Krishna's complexion because their throats always chant the name of Krishna. Ke, Ka, Ke. Who can grind the mind of the who can grind the minds of the gopis to dust? Who can crush the pride of the gopis? Ke. Who can do that? Only Krishna. And Ka. Who can bind the mad elephant of Krishna? Who can do that? Only Gopi. Therefore, Ke, Ka. It is Radha Krishna. Therefore, the peacocks always chant the name of Govinda. Therefore, their throats are also blue. And when they hear Krishna and see his darshan, out of ecstasy, they spread their tails to give the happiness of Krishna, and they begin dancing. So Guru Maharaj says, what to speak of Krishna being able to attract everyone. Even ordinary persons in this world, they can produce such a sound. Guru Maharaj gives the example, Swami Haridas in Vrindavan, who manifested the deity of Banki Bihari. He had two disciples, Tangsen and one other. What was his name? Two disciples of Swami Haridas. Swami Haridas could change the weather just by singing. When he wanted to rain, he would sing in one raga. When he wanted it to become clear, he would sing another raga. He could cure your disease by singing. Therefore, imagine his disciples. Therefore, Tangsen, he went to the palace of Akbar, and they were having a singing competition. Then Tang said, I cannot believe your ministers because they are all under your pay packet. Therefore, the animals of the forest should be the judge. Who is the best singer? Then Tang said began singing. His voice was so sweet, the deer came up to him. Tang Sen took off his garland, put it around the neck of the deer, and then the deer ran off. And the other man, he also began singing, but he could not call the deer. Then Tang Sen sang again. The deers came right up to him again. He took the garland back off and put it around his neck. Not Surdas, Tang Sen. No, but there was another disciple separate from Surdas. Surdas was not disciple of Haridas. So Guru Maharaj said even people in this world can produce such a sound to attract other living entities, and what to speak of the sound of Krishna's flute. The Guru Maharaj said just like in a marriage, even these days you see when those guys come and play their dumb flute. Then the people that time so happy they whack out a 50 rupee note and stick in the pocket of the magician, the musician. The Guru Maharaj was saying like Puraskar. That time Krishna like a beggar also. And the peacocks, they're thinking, such nice music, flute playing of Krishna, what can we give him? Therefore the peacocks are miskinship. They have no pockets, no PCs, nothing. Therefore they think, what is the best thing to give to Govinda? Therefore the wealth of the peacock is there, feather. Therefore they offer their feather to Krishna's feet. So getting when are you going to get moving on the yoga? The Guru Maharaj says, what's a peacock feather to Krishna? Who's part of his Mahavishnu. From him, millions and millions of universes emanate from the pores of his skin. When the peacock gives that feather to Krishna, Krishna thinks, oh, I have never received such a valuable offering. Bhav Grihi Janana. Krishna never sees an offering, he sees the heart, the beauty behind the offering. Therefore Krishna thinks that peacock feather is so wonderful. I cannot repay the peacocks for their devotion, therefore he always keeps it in his head. Therefore Krishna says, I am controlled even by the peacocks of Vrindavan. What to speak of anyone else? Therefore Govinda Venu Anumata Mayura Nityam, O Saki, even the dumb peacocks, they are dancing. They are having the happiness of Krishna's darshan. And what to speak of them, all the other birds are also becoming stunned in ecstasy. But Saki, all are fortunate except for us. If we could take birth as birds, then our lives would be successful. Danya svamude apyo, Danya svamude gateo api harinya eta, Nidyananda nandanupata vichitra vesham, Akanya Venu Ranitam Saha Krishna Sara Pujam Dadu Vidichatam Panya Avalokya. O Saki, even the deer, Danya Smamude Apeo Apiharinya Eta. If you thought the birds were dumb, what to speak of the peacock? Sorry, the deer. If anyone is foolish, the deer are foolish. And another gopi said, don't criticize the deer. They may be foolish, Rasma, don't sleep. But they are more fortunate than us. Because they are coming right up to Krishna with their husbands. Krishna Sara. Even the husbands, they think Krishna is Sara. Krishna is the essence of everything. Our husbands cause nothing but obstacles to us. Even the gopis close their eyes and meditate. Close their eyes and the mother, hey! Don't think of Krishna, hey! Don't think of Krishna. The gopis can never perform kirtan in their houses because mother-in-law and father-in-law, brothers, all are watching. Gopi said, we cannot even close our eyes for 1 second without being chastised, but these deer are running right up to Krishna. Krishnam Nirikshta Venidotsa Rupa Silam. Then the gopis are lamenting, we must be the most unfortunate women in the three worlds, because even the women in the heavenly planets, they are having darshan of Krishna's beauty. Thus, when the ladies of the heavenly planets see Krishna, they become so much disturbed by calm, lust, not prema, that their bodies become shaking, the knots of their clothes become undone, their hair becomes loose, they become attacked by Cupid. And Vishwanath Chakravarti said, even though they are right with their husband, they are feeling ecstasy for Krishna. With their husband, they are also feeling, oh no, we are also feeling love for Krishna. They are feeling that we are women also. Such is the power. What's wrong, Rishi? You think you're the only man in the world? Why Sarupa, all jivas are female to be enjoyed by Krishna. Therefore the power of Krishna's fruit is so powerful. Even the husbands of the wives of the demigod, they were feeling we are also like gopis. We also want to be enjoyed by Krishna. Want to speak of the women. Therefore, their hearts are shaken by Cupid, and they are so bewildered their hair becomes loose and their belts loosen right in front of their husbands. The gopi said, even the ladies of the heavenly planets are fortunate, but we are most unfortunate. Therefore, the cows, Garbhas Krishna Mukha Nirgita Venu Gita. Even the cows, they get the chance to see Krishna and drink the nectar of Krishna's fruit with their ears. Just like everyone has a symptom. By looking at someone's body, an expert person can see there are 32 symptoms of a Mahapurush. Just now I was reading Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj said, my Gurudev Prabhupada had all 32 symptoms of Mahapurush. One is big ears. Look at Gurudev's ears, like elephant. They're nice one. That means he likes to hear Harikatha. Prabhupada's ears, huge. Srila Maharaj's ears also, enormous. That means who last life likes to hear Harikatha, they have big ears. We should have any ears. Therefore, snake has no ears because very envious. Therefore, big ears means like to hear Krishna. I'm not making any correlation between Rishi and the snake. Therefore, the cows, their ears are completely cupped and they are completely drinking the nectar of Krishna's flute. They are chewing grass. Their grass is not going out, not going in. They are remaining stunned. Even the calves, which are friends of Krishna, they are drinking the milk, but that milk is not going down their throat. Even the cows have given up everything out of happiness of seeing and hearing Krishna's flute. But Saki, our lives are useless. Even the cows of Vrindavan have good fortune. Therefore, I think the birds of Vrindavan, they are not just birds, they are big rishis and sadhus. Because they are sitting on the branch of the trees with their eyes closed, completely immersed in hearing the sound of Krishna's flute. O Saki, even the rivers, which are inert, they have no consciousness. Before the gopis are describing conscious living entities, birds, deers, peacocks, trees. But they say they are fortunate, we can understand. But even the inert rivers, they are in ecstasy, hearing the sound of Krishna's flute. It was Srila Gautamana said, Krishna's flute makes everyone dance. Krishna Prema makes everyone a servant of Krishna. Never even those who are superior to Krishna, like Nanda Baba, they feel we are servants of Krishna. Even other incarnations like Balaram and Mahavishnu, they also feel we are servants of Krishna. Therefore, Krishna Prem makes everybody das, makes everyone servant. Therefore, the gopis said, even Yamuna, she is servant of Krishna. Therefore, Krishna's flute makes everything opposite. Even Krishna is full of opposites. He is bigger than the biggest, but smaller than the smallest. He has no inside, no outside, no limit. But he is independent, but he is bound by the devotees. Therefore, Vedanta says, Varuda Dharma Ashraya. He is the abode of all contradictions. All opposites are reconciled in him. Therefore, Krishna's flute makes everything opposite. We are so unfortunate, isn't it? Gurudev gives us that same flute sound in the Gayatri mantras, but when we chant, we sleep. You can imagine how far away we are from Gopi Bhav. So far away, it's frightening. That sound, that same flute sound we are hearing when we chant Gopi Gayatri mantra, we are feeling no attraction. It's a very difficult thing. Guru Maharaj says to capture Krishna like this is the hardest thing. To get Dharma, Artha, Karma, easy. To get liberation, easy. Even to go to Vaikuntha, easy. To get Lord Ram, easy. Difficult, the Guru Maharaj says, but compared to Krishna, getting Lord Ram even is easy. To get Krishna will be the hardest. Unless we feel like even one drop of this, we never feel when we chant our mantras, and how we can become gods. We cannot become like trees or stones or birds of Vrindavan, and we won't become Rupamanjaris. So, Osaki, everything becomes opposite. Those which have consciousness and move, like birds, deer, cows, they become stunned and inert. And those things which do not move, like govardhans and trees and rivers, they become full of consciousness. They move here and there. Therefore, Gopi said, we cannot understand the sound of Krishna's flute. His flute is not a weapon, but it cuts our bodies. It is not a fire, but burns. It is not nectar, but it's like poison. Everything opposite. Therefore, Gopi said, Krishna, we are not saying don't play your flute. But when we're making chapatis, that time you play your flute, even the fire becomes cold. How we can cook? Therefore, Govinda, we are not saying don't play your flute. We're saying just don't play your flute when we're cooking. Therefore, even the rivers, when they hear the sound of Krishna's flute, they become stunned. A river's natural nature is to move, constantly moving. But that nature is checked. Therefore the river becomes stunned. And she cannot go forward. She cannot go forward, she'll miss Krishna's darshan. She cannot go back, she'll miss Krishna's darshan. Therefore Yamuna goes like this. Of course, externally it appears that Balaram, by his plow, he pulled Yamuna to punish her. But really this is Yamuna's desire to stay in Brajamandal as long as possible. Therefore she goes around and around. Like Thakur Bhaktivinoda said, now that we've done. And now that Ganga used to be a little bit envious of Yamuna. We might say sometimes the small sister is even more attractive than the big sister. Guruma says even though Bengali is the small sister of Hindi, still Bengali is even more sweet. Therefore Ganga was feeling sad. Oh, my small sister Yamuna had the good fortune of being in Krishna's pastimes, but I did not have good fortune like that. The only thing happened was, what's his name? Balmandev, Bhagavan Chirikram put his big toe in me. That's it. That's as much as the pastimes as I got. Therefore Ganga was not so much pleased. But Mahaprabhu made her satisfied by appearing in. She had allowed Ganga to appear in his pastimes in another way. Therefore Ganga moves throughout the 9 islands very slowly. She's not eager to leave Gauranga Mahaprabhu's abode. Not like us. Even a few days after Parikrama, we're waiting, hey, when I can go, when I can go. Therefore, even even Yamuna, she is fortunate by Krishna. Even she can get the chance to serve Krishna. Thus, the rivers, when they hear the flute song of Krishna, even her mind desires to achieve Krishna. Therefore, she does not go forward. She does not go back. What does she do? She goes round and round. Prema Vivata. When Prem cannot go this way, Prem cannot go that way, then Prem goes round in a very forceful direction. That is Prema Vivata. Like Sri Jagannatha Pandit, he wrote Prema Vivata. Means cannot do this. Mahaprabhu, I cannot serve Mahaprabhu like this. I cannot serve Mahaprabhu like that. How I can serve? Then like mad, going round. Mahaprabhu will not enjoy any opulence as a sannyasi, but I cannot tolerate seeing him as a sannyasi. Therefore, Prem Vivata. Therefore, even Jagannatha Pandit has Prem Vivata. What to speak of? Yamuna. She is always black. I mean, she is always thinking of Krishna. Well, Krishna has taken so many baths, all the kajal from the eyes of Krishna, the gopis have turned the kalindi black. Therefore, Branta Kasya Patan Abhipati. Nira Adibir. What is it? Shesha Chitta Bandhani, Mampunata Sarvadara Venu Gita. Just by thinking of Yamuna, just by sprinkling a drop of Yamuna on our heads, all mountain of sins are destroyed. Just Yanandananda, what is it? Yanandananda Antaranga, Bandagando Nandani, Mampunata Sarvadara Venu Gita. Just the breeze of Yamuna touches us. One can achieve the desire to perform service to Krishna in the mood of the Raganugas. Therefore, even Yamuna, Guru Maharaj says 3 things give us Krishna prem. Govardhan, Lalita and Yamuna. Especially these 3 things have power to give you Krishna prema. Therefore, even the rivers hearing the sound of Krishna's flute, their minds desire to achieve Him. Thus the flow of their current is broken and their waters are agitated like sattvic barbs. Their waves are like their arms. With the arms of their waves they offer lotus flowers to the feet of Govinda. Thus everyone is getting a chance to serve Krishna, even the rivers, but we are most unfortunate. Just see Saki how everyone is serving Krishna. What time do we finish? Even the clouds are serving Govinda. What to speak of anything else? Therefore the clouds, they see Krishna's blackish complexion. The clouds feel we are sakas of Krishna, friends. A little older, therefore some Vatsali bhav towards Krishna. Therefore high in the sky, when they see the hot sun, they think we will give our bodies for Krishna's service. Therefore, what is the enemy of the cloud? The sun is the enemy of the cloud. If the clouds give up their own life just for the satisfaction of Krishna, they go between the sun and Krishna, And as they give up their bodies, because of the sun, very fine rain falls on Krishna. Therefore, yesterday we were hearing Kaliya Damodara. That time when all the Brijabasis saw Krishna in the forest, in the grip of Kaliya, then the Brijabasi Mother Yasoda, they tried to enter Kaliya Rad. That time Balaram checked them with his strong arms. Mother Yasoda was going, "Oh Kaliya, look at Krishna, he's only skin and bone. Nothing is there. But take us instead, take us instead." The Brijabasi offering their life, they went to go into Kaliya Rad. Therefore, unless we can feel at least one little bit of drop of this for Gurudev, especially brahmacharis, give one life to Gurudev. What to speak of ladies, this life no one should marry. Why marry? Waste your life in materialistic enjoyment. Give one life to Gurudev. Give up your happiness. One time in Mexico, Gurudev was giving red cloth to a brahmachari. I remember Gurudev said that funny thing. Gurudev said, "Just give one life to me. In the time of death, you see where I take you." And then Gurudev said, "Even if I am false, I'm bogus, Krishna's not really true. His name actually is false. Bhagavatam is imagination." Gurudev said, "It doesn't matter, because you only lose one life." Completely serious, Gurudev was saying. It's amazing. You can enjoy like a pig in your millions of future births. You don't lose anything, only you lose one life. Therefore, Guru Maharaj is giving our hand, keeping our life in our hands for the service of Gurudev. We cannot even do that, and you're going to get the service of Radha Krishna. You cannot even give one life to Gurudev. Guru Maharaj says, Mother Yasoda, she can give up millions of lives just to take a bit of sweat from the brow of Krishna. We cannot even give one life to Gurudev. How we can achieve anything? Yet the cloud is giving up his own life for the satisfaction of Krishna. There was that sun is burning him, he is feeling that sun is very cool. Like Radhika said. Nagani apana duk tarabansha tar suk amarat tar pancha. Radharani said that suffering which comes in Krishna's service, that suffering is my happiness. Radharani said. Even though all the Brijabasi, they abuse Radhika. Oh, prostitute, low-class woman, debauchee, giving up the service of her husband and going to Krishna. All are abusing Radhika. But Radhika says, "Hey Govinda, all these abuses are like a garland. I thread them for your happiness. All this suffering I wear for your enjoyment, and I wear this as a garland. Very happy I feel." Therefore Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, don't be afraid of suffering in Guru Seva. Don't be afraid of suffering in bhajan. Srila Gopal said, we're always trying to look for an easy situation in our life. Especially most of us, we always try to stay very far away from Gurudev, and we never ask him for any instruction. Gurudev, how I can please you? Give me some instructions. How can I satisfy you? What do you want from me? We never ask because Gurudev will give us something which will disturb our program for sense gratification. You know, we're going here, going there, doing this. All is completely independent. You know, put up your hand, Gurudev said, come to this festival. Put up your hand and took permission from Gurudev to come to the festival. Even small things like this must be done under the guidance of spiritual masters. But we think if I come to Gurudev, he'll give me some instruction which will cause me suffering, disturb my independent program for sense enjoyment. Therefore, don't be afraid of suffering which comes in the bhajan of Krishna. Radharani is not avoiding suffering which comes in Krishna's seva. She says that suffering which comes in Krishna's seva, that is a source of happiness, a source of ecstasy. Therefore, that suffering which comes in the service of Guru Vaishnava, that suffering is what destroys our anantas. Not happy, peaceful life. That even the clouds of Vrindavan are giving that ultimate example. That the gopis, they never think, I will meet with Krishna and be happy. The gopis are weeping in their house. We cannot serve him. We cannot render even a drop of service for his satisfaction. The gopis are not thinking, we will go to Krishna and we will also drink his beauty, hear the nectar of his flute. No. The gopis are lamenting, we cannot serve him. Everyone is getting that chance for service except for us, therefore not. Ateva gopi gan nahi premaganda. Krishna sukhi lagamatra, Krishna says sambandha. The gopis do not even have a scent of desire for their own enjoyment. They only go to Krishna for Krishna's happiness. We should also be like that. Even though we are complete Guru Bhogis, means trying to enjoy Gurudev. When we come to Gurudev, we should come in the mood, I'm coming for his happiness. Gurudev, here I am. Here I am. We are coming for Gurudev's darshan, so Gurudev may be happy seeing us. And this is real Brijabhas. Even the clouds are giving up their life for the satisfaction of Krishna. And as they give up their bodies come in the form of very soft rain. The clouds are not unhappy. That suffering which comes from the sun they're feeling as ecstasy. That ecstasy is coming in the form of tears. Thus, under the full heat of the summer sun, the cloud expands himself out of love for Krishna. He is rising very high and constructing and giving up his own body like flower-like droplets of water as an umbrella for his friend Krishna. Therefore, Puna Pulindi Urugaya Padabdiraja. Even the Aborigine girls, the Pulindas, even they have good fortune of Krishna's seva. The Pulindis who collect firewood and sell to the Brijbasis, who collect fire, they are very low class. One time I heard Guru Maharaj was saying, the Pulindis have good fortune of associating with the gopis, Guru Maharaj said last night, by supplying them flowers and fruits and things. At one time, Krishna was gambling with Radhika in a cave. That time they were gambling, betting different things. If I lose, you have to give me 100 kisses, blah, blah, blah. Then Radharani says, what, you'll gamble? Then Krishna said, I'll gamble my flute. Then Radharani said, I gamble this Aborigine girl. The Aborigine girl is very shy because all other gopis are laughing. Yes, good bargain. She is black and Krishna is black. Good combination. And that gopi became fortunate by the mercy of Radhika. Even though the gopis are millions of times more qualified than the Aborigine ladies of Vrindavan, still those ladies are lamenting. Purna Pulindi Urugaya Padabdiraja. Or Saki, even the Aborigines are fortunate. The Pulindis. When they see the grass marked with the kumkum that's coming from the feet of Krishna. A very interesting thing happened in Baja. We hear so often that Krishna is praying, Smara Gaurala Kandanam, Sirasadevi Nandanam, Dehi Pada Palavam, Udara. Oh Radharani, please decorate my head with your lotus feet. And they did a drama, and in the drama Krishna is Venum Karani Patatam Skalitam Sikandam Brastam Chapita Vasanam Rajaraja Sunam. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur says Krishna is offering his flute, his peacock feather, his pitamba, and finally he offers his head at the feet of Radhika. In the drama they did that Krishna put his head on the feet of Radharani, and then Krishna, Guru Maharaj said this is very wrong. Radharani never puts her feet on Krishna's head. How is she going to put her feet on Krishna's head?